So I thought I'd film a quick why is that so hard to say? Hey everyone, so I thought I'd film a quick story time video today. So a few weeks ago, I took my kids on a field trip. We homeschool, if you don't already know that, and we had a field trip with a bunch of our other homeschool friends to our local grocery store. Here in Florida, it was Publix. So we went to our local Publix to do a tour of the store, and it's a really neat tour. I went on it once before when Natalie was in pre-K, and you go back behind the bakery and they show you how they ice the cakes and make the roses for the cakes and all that jazz. And you go to the deli and you go back behind produce. You see where they keep everything in the big coolers and fridges and the dock area, whatever it is, where the big trucks come in with extra food, and they get to ring up items on the cash register, and it's a really fun tour. It takes about an hour. And we needed to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, like I said, we're homeschoolers. We do not get up at 9 o'clock in the morning. That is not a world we live in. And we had just come back from a trip. So we were really, really tired. We didn't get to bed till like 2 in the morning. And between where my house is and where this Publix is beachside, there was a lot of construction. So I wanted to make sure that, the 10-minute trip that it normally would be might take closer to 45 minutes because of all the crazy construction that was going on. So I wanted to leave him plenty of time. So we got up, got ready, and we left at 8:15, and we made great time. We didn't even hit a traffic light. So we got there at 8:25, and nobody else was there, of course, because it wasn't slated to start until 9 o'clock. So we didn't eat breakfast, obviously. We literally woke up, got dressed, and brushed our hair and brushed our teeth and went. So we went and picked up a thing of fruit, and it had watermelon, cantaloupe, and strawberries. So we just got a little thing of fruit, and we got a little I don't even know what size, a little thing of chocolate milk for the three of us to split, just because it's an hour-long tour and I don't want to have to carry bags of groceries while we're doing it. I just wanted something that we can eat in that short half hour and go do our thing. So we got our food, we went through the checkout line, and at Publix, there's a door that you come in, all the carts are there, and then there's a door that leads into the store. And in between those two doors, there's a set of benches. So we're just sitting on the benches, eating our food, and drinking our milk. And some old woman comes out the door, and she looks at us, and she's like, face, like, oh, you poor dears, kind of a thing. And she reaches into our cart and hands us a big, like, quart-size thing of chocolate milk. And she goes, here. And I said, no, thanks, we're good. And I hold up our little one. She goes, I know, but here. So she was saying, here, clearly you're homeless. Have some extra chocolate milk. So what else do you do at that point? She's not trying to offend me. She's trying to be sweet. But it's like, I'm clean. I took a shower the night before, knowing full well that I wasn't getting up early enough for that the next day. My children are clean. We're all in clean clothes. We are not stinky. We are not dirty. Like, what part of us says homeless? It's like, I get that I don't have makeup on, but lady, I'm out in the middle of the day with my children who aren't in school and who obviously aren't sick. If I have the money to homeschool, I have the money to feed my kids. Whatever. I get she was trying to do a nice thing, but we called it the clearly you're homeless milk. So, of course, we don't have time to drink this whole thing while we go through our tour. Sorry, I have a fuzz on me. While we go through our tour, so now I'm carrying a bag with a quart of chocolate milk in it that we can't drink right now because we're going on a field trip because it's an educational day for us. But it was so, for the rest of the day, anytime I told anyone, my mom or my husband, the girls are like, Daddy, we got clearly your homeless milk. So that's what, and when they finished it, they're like, oh, I finished the clearly your homeless milk. So it was just very funny. Okay, so tip to all of those. Just because someone is sitting there eating fruit and drinking a small thing of chocolate milk does not mean they are homeless unless they have a sign saying, we'll work for food, or please spare whatever you have, or whatever signs people hold up. Then they're homeless. Otherwise, just assume it's a tired mom who came home after a very late trip and is just trying to feed her kids before a field trip. But yeah, so there's that story time. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.